Hello people, I'm Jaby Koay, joined by Achara Kirk.
What's up?
I thought this would be a fun video for some of you to check out. Allu VAIKUNTHAPURRAMULOO movie fight scene spoof, AVPL movie scene spoof, all Arjun, Puja Hedge.
Get the names right if you're gonna put them in the title. Or is that part of the spoof? Maybe they're...
Are you being facetious right now?
No, I'm not.
That's part of the spoof.
Is it?
Yes.
I'm like, why would you do that though?
Because it's funny. It's like a little Andy Kaufman haha for the creator.
I'm not laughing.
For FF Friends Forever. Well, I'm sure a lot of people were laughing at all Arjun and Puja Hedge.
Okay.
So I think that's how I read it.
Well,
the
yeah,
first
that's
time.
how we thought her name was Hedge for the longest time.
This is a spoof, and it comes from FF Friends Forever. So for you guys who are hardcore Allu Arjun fans, just take it lightly. It's a joke. I have no idea what we're in for here, but I'm just saying, you know, some people can get defensive and be like, that's not funny. Let's just, you know, see what happens. It might be fun.
Brother, Achuni, my sister's brother.
నీ చెల్లి కత్తిలా ఉందిరా.
Thank you, Andy. అది ఇచ్చేస్తే వెళ్ళిపోతాను. నీ చెల్లెనిచ్చి ఈ చున్నీ తీసుకెళ్ళు.
Oh, this is the scarf. Oh, wow. Oh! Uh-oh. Ouch. Oh my gosh.
Oh, he's integrating clips from the movie.
Yeah. Oh, that is from the movie?
Yeah.
I thought he did that himself.
No.
I was like, impressive.
No, he's integrating clips from the film. You like this? That's a clip from the film.
Yeah.
The stuff that looks like it's got shallow depth of field, that's from the movie.
Right. And this stuff, oh, here we go.
Everything that looks like it's shot on the iPhone
It's from this.
is from this,
Yeah. Here we go.
What is happening? Okay. Well, that was fun.
Oh, that was cute.
Yeah. I feel like that was more of a, like, kind of like, I'm a fan of this sort of thing, as opposed to spoofing it. Because,
Yeah.
you know, it didn't feel so much like it was making fun of it as it did. It was just like, hey, check this out. We can kind of do it because we love this movie.
It's like when you see, I don't know if you ever seen stuff where it's like a group of African kids recreating
Extraction.
a trailer that they really enjoyed, or like Extraction, or I think there was one for the recent Zack Snyder film, Army of the Dead.
Oh, I didn't know that.
There was one for that as well, and it's just really, really cute.
To me, this is cool because it reminds me of the old days of when, you know, I would shoot fight scenes in my backyard and stuff like that with my friends, and you just try to make it work. I feel like the technology is a lot easier to do these kinds of things now than it was when I was a kid, because, you know, you shot it on some proprietary format and you had to convert it to VHS and then, you know, go VHS to edit it, and it was a pain in the ass. Now everything's on your phone and you can put that in your laptop, and it's easier to put you can like extract clips from other movies way more easily and you know, merge it all together. Cause like even you were confused. You were like, well, how did he do that? It's like, well, that's from the movie.
Because everything was,
It works seamlessly together.
That they were doing
Yeah.
the whole thing, and so I just thought like, oh wow, they managed to pull that off too. That's very complicated. I wonder how they did it. And it's like, oh no, that's actually the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's silly good fun.
It is silly because, like, I don't know, I guess when you see it kind of home video style, it really does point out how ridiculous a lot of the stuff is. I mean, even when you're watching it, it is heightened action, so you're kind of going, Well, yeah, no one's gonna really land like that, but because it's done so beautifully in the film, you're like digging it, and it's Allu Arjun, and you're like, yeah, that's super cool. And then when you watch it in this kind of spoof situation where they're just using their cameras on their phones, it kind of has that like low rent feel, and so you're
Right.
like, yeah, that is kind of silly.
Yeah, I wouldn't call this a spoof. I would call it low budget adjacent recreation.
Yes.
That's what I would call
They
it.
did a really good job though.
Yeah.
Like with recreating all the scenes
Sure.
and the shots and stuff.
Yeah. It's not easy to like kind of match that stuff up.
Yeah.
And they managed to make it work. I thought it was actually kind of cool, like how they were able to recreate some of the stuff from the film. I thought that was nice. That's sort of the kind of thing I used to do. What me and my friend used to do is like take a fight scene from a movie that we liked and change it up in terms of like, okay, they did this hand to hand, we're gonna do it with weapons, using the same sort of movement and then converting it over to swords or something like that. My challenge to FF Friends Forever is instead of just recreating the fight, to like take it a step further or change it, morph it up. Because it's like, you're not really doing a spoof if you're just recreating it, right? That's just a recreation. Like you said, those African kids, I don't know like what part of Africa they were from, but they did a thing from Extraction.
Yeah.
And then they were invited to Extraction, the premiere or something like that. It was pretty cool.
That's really, because when I saw, I think they did Army of the Dead, and then they got to have a Zoom call with Zack Snyder, and they were just like, oh my God, like you inspire us to make movies, and he's like, no, you guys inspire me. It was like this really heartwarming moment. I was like, the power of film.
I would say to FF Friends Forever to, at some point, because they've been doing this for a while, they're at 72,000 subscribers now.
Yes.
I would say that after you guys, get to a point where you're able to like make more consistent money with this stuff, is to upgrade your gear a little bit. Like invest in a camera and a nice lens that is a zoom lens. Like here's Achara's camera, and it's like it goes from 10 to 18 millimeter. For fight scenes, this is a really good lens to have.
Is it?
If 10 to 18, yeah, because it's a wide
wide.
angle lens. Yeah. What you want to get a wide angle lens and a long lens so that you can do close-ups and you can capture the fight scene, and that'll cover you. You don't need 50 millimeter yet. You can skip that shit for a while. I would say to do that, to upgrade your arsenal a little bit, and you don't even have to spend that much money to get something that would help make this look way cooler. Unless you like that low rent look, because it really looks like it was shot on a phone. And it's working for you, and some people prefer that rough around the edges thing, because every now and then you have an upgrade and people hate it. When Lou Hilsentegger upgraded his set for Unbox Therapy, people were like, no, we hate it, go back to the other one. It's like, all he had initially was a table, and then he spent $30,000 on this like, elaborate set, and people didn't like it. I'm like, fuck all of you. He spent 30 grand on this set. So, you never know, but I think people eventually got used to it. So I would say, if you're obviously, an aspiring filmmaker yourself, invest in yourself. Invest in yourself and get the gear so that you can take this even further. That's what I would say. And hopefully that helps. But I enjoyed that. That was cute.
Yeah. It's super cute.
Do more. Keep going, man.
Yeah.
And those of you who are still watching this, please subscribe to FF Friends Forever. There's a link in the description below. I'm Jaby Koay. This is
Achara Kirk.
Peace out.